Let me guide you through making these little drawstring bags. The pattern includes 4 sizes, which are perfect for embroidering, since each size corresponds to a common embroidery hip size. You'll find a link to the pattern below, along with a link to a tutorial on how to print a digital pattern. To get started, fold your fabric in half on the grain line, taking note of the right and wrong sides of your fabric. Place your paper pattern pieces on top, lining up the grain line parallel to the selvage edge. Pin the paper pieces onto your fabric and cut around. Transfer the notches and fold lines to the fabric. These notches mark a 2 cm gap where we will not sew for the drawstring channel. If you have fabric that is difficult to tell the right side from the wrong side, mark an X on the wrong side before you remove the pins. With right sides facing, put the 2 fabric pieces on top of each other and pin along the sides. With a 1.5 cm seam allowance, stitch down both sides of the bag, remembering to leave that 2 cm gap between the notches. Press the new seams open. I like to use a tailor's ham. And then tuck each seam under itself and press it in half. Repeat this on each side of the seam and each side of the bag. Now we can edge stitch each of these folded seams, securing them down. This time you don't need to leave the 2 cm gap. It's a little fiddly on the smallest bag, but just take your time. Turn the bag out so wrong sides are facing and sew the bottom edge with a 1 cm seam allowance. Press the seam flat and trim down by just over half. Turn the bag out again so right sides are facing. Press flat and sew the bottom edge with a 0.5 cm seam allowance. Keeping the bag with right sides facing, fold down the top of the bag by 1 cm and press in place. Fold the top of the bag down again, this time along the fold line. It's a different measurement for each bag, so refer to the pattern piece if you can no longer see your markings. Press and pin in place. Edge stitch the lower edge of this fold. I like to go in a few millimeters to give myself a little grace if my fold line wasn't perfect. Stitch a second line parallel to the first, 2 cm higher. You can mark it in place with your pen or chalk, as your machine guidelines won't be visible here. Turn the bag out and you'll find your little channel entries where you left a 2 cm gap. I recommend using pre-made drawstrings for this project. You can use ribbon, tape, cord, lace, or even twine. You'll find individual dimensions and details within the pattern. Using a safety pin or a threading tool, feed 1 drawstring through the channel the whole way round the bag, exiting at the same side you entered. Starting at the other side of the bag, feed your second drawstring the whole way round the bag. You can secure each strand with a small knot on the end. Do this with the bag fully open and you can cut off any excess. And your cute little drawstring bags are finished. These make the sweetest little gift bags, especially when they're personalised with embroidery. So I'll link below the embroidery pattern for this monogram.